everyone. Thank you for joining me. Please do not forget to click like, share a thoughtful comment, and subscribe to this channel. Today, I'm going to share with you some information about a book I'm reading. I am very excited about this book. It's called Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis. I'm not sure if you had a chance to read it. I suggest that you do. This is a book that I selected to read for pleasure throughout this quarantine. I really connected to this book as Rachel shares her life experiences, her reflections, and her connection to her faith. That is powerful because she's being transparent. She's being a realistic person, a human being, sharing that she is just like the rest of us. We go through hardships, we go through trials, we go through tribulations, but it is through resiliency in which we rise and sparkle. And she also shares her connection to her faith, because without faith, it is very difficult to surpass any obstacle that presents itself. So, are you ready to dive into chapter 1? Let me take a little bit of my tea. I suggest you do because it is juicy. So good. Okay, chapter 1, the lie. Something else will make me happy. I believe that at times we do believe that something else or someone else has the power to make us happy. And I'm learning as I'm getting older that the only true happiness, it comes from within ourselves. We need to make ourselves happy and not be dependent on others. And my 3 takeaways from chapter 1 are this one. Number 1, stop comparing yourself to others. The other was conquer unhappiness with positivity. And number 3 was do things that make you happy. So I am going to break it down and share my connection with my 3 takeaways from her chapter that she shared. And I'm going to share a little bit of my personal experience and the tips that I am implementing in order to conquer those 3 obstacles, because those are obstacles. So, to stop comparing yourself to others. Guys, appearances are not always accurate. We as individuals tend to judge the book by its cover. In other words, we tend to judge people by their appearances. Raise your hand if you have been guilty of this. Da, da, da. I have. And I'm not ashamed to do so because I'm being transparent with you. You are my tribe. I am going to be transparent with you always. And I'm going to reflect and connect and share how I'm trying to be a better person. Now, I believe that we all tend to compare ourselves to others intentionally or unintentionally, and that's something that we need to do away with, because comparing ourselves to others is not going to make us happy. It's going to make us frustrated. It's going to make us discontent, and it's going to make us an ugly person. We don't want to be ugly. We want to be a beautiful version of ourselves. And the way I can connect to those is watching all these beautiful supermodels on TV, how they have these gorgeous looks, this beautiful body. And in the past, I myself, putting myself on these liquid diets for months, trying to look great. Yeah, I did lose. I was like 30 pounds less than the way I look now, but I was so miserable inside. Yes, my exterior looked beautiful at the time, and everyone complimented how I looked, but internally, I was not happy, and I was hungry. I was hungry because I like to eat. Of course, in moderation, but I do like to have some solid food in my body. Those liquid diets are not easy. Kudos to everyone that does implement the liquid diet. I do like a green smoothie diet from here and there, in order to detox, but not to live off of. I can't. Sorry. I just can't. Okay. But inside, like I told you, I was unhappy and unfulfilled. And I remember One of the major situations I had to deal with, in which I had to stop comparing myself to others, was when I filed for a divorce. Yes. I had many loved ones calling me, worried about what others were going to say about me, how it was going to look in public. And I had to just stand up for myself, make that decision for my own happiness. It was not an easy decision, but it was one of the most important decisions I made in my life, because you have to be happy. And at times, people grow apart. He's a great person, we have a cordial relationship, but we just grew apart. We weren't a good item together anymore. And I had to make that decision so I can move on in my path and he do the same in a civil manner. And that was not easy, but it was the best decision that I made. It wasn't an easy one, and it's a decision that I'm happy that I made. Once again, I'm just a natural, energetic person, and I remember before the quarantine, I went to the gym, and as I told you before, or in case I haven't, I love Zumba. I am a Zumba enthusiast. It's just a way for me to de-stress and release those endorphins. So in Zumba or in the gym, we have a tendency to compare ourselves to others. We get a little motivated if we see someone, being more active than we are, and we try to compete, to keep up. So I guess this particular individual was doing that. And, I hear her, she said it in a loud manner when we were, going to the side for our water break. She stated, I guess someone took an energy drink today. And because, I was really involved in the particular, choreography. I was happy that particular day. I just wanted to, release some additional calories. So she stated, I guess, this person had an energy drink. And, the lady beside her chuckled. And I remember walking by in a very calm manner. And I just, stated aloud, it's natural. And it wasn't that I was trying to be problematic at all. I'm just not going to allow anyone anymore to dim my light. And I am telling you to do the same. Do not allow people to dim your light. Do not afraid to be who you are, because you are afraid how others are going to perceive you and compare you to them. If they can handle your light, give them a pair of sunglasses. That's what I'm going to do. If people cannot handle my light, cannot handle my energetic self, the light that I bring, I will pass them a pair of shades in a nice manner. Because remember, we are being kind. And my second takeaway, well, excuse me. So for number one, people, I am going to tell you to do this because this was so powerful. And I didn't believe in this. And I'm sorry that I didn't try this before, because it is a powerful routine. Telling yourself positive affirmations. Positive affirmations is powerful when you look in the mirror and you tell yourself these positive affirmations. I'm using 5 of them, and they are: I believe in my dreams. I believe in myself and all that I am. I am doing my best every day. I love myself for who I am. I am in charge of my own happiness. And I say that this is a powerful routine because what do we do as individuals? We look for others to give us recognition. You do not need recognition from others. Do not wait for people to give you permission. Do not wait for people to recognize you. You recognize yourself because you are the one putting forth the effort on a day-to-day basis. Don't wait for others to recognize you. Do not give your power away. That's something I'm not going to do anymore, because I am unstoppable and you are too. My second takeaway was conquer unhappiness with positivity. Powerful. Conquering unhappiness with positivity. You know that at times throughout life we go through trials and tribulations. We tend to feel a sense of discontent, unsettledness. We become frustrated. And we conquer those battles or deal with those battles in various ways because we are unique individuals. Many people tell me, oh my God, Michelle, you are so optimistic and so grateful to God. Wow, I want to be like you. And I have to tell them, please do not get me wrong. I have felt those feelings you feel many times, and I still battle with these insecurities or with these obstacles or conflicts. And I have to conquer those feelings on a day-to-day basis that try to creep up on me, that negative chatter. I have to flood it out, just as you all do. And I do it through faith, through my faith in the Almighty, because I am a survivor. And I tell you that because, and I'm going to be vulnerable with you because you are my tribe. I grew up in a one-bedroom apartment in a low socioeconomic neighborhood in New York. I was raised by a single hardworking mother. I do have a relationship with my father, but it wasn't that he was there for me day to day and raised me, but he was a part of my life and I love him dearly. But due to that void that I had, and no judgment on his part because as I told you, I am judgment free, I'm transparent. As a child, I was searching for that male mentor, and I made some decisions as a young girl that, I really had to grow up quickly because I became a teen mother. I became a mother at the age of 16. But it was through resilience that I still managed to become a first generation college student. I am currently a school administrator at a middle school setting, helping children become the best versions of themselves and assisting them with becoming college and career ready. I am completing my second graduate degree in applied behavior analysis. I was not going to wait for someone to save me. I was not going to wait for someone to be my superhero. I I knew that I had to put forth the effort and receive the outcome of that. And I had to do the work within myself, and I had to do the work out there, and I had to put forth, you know, all the due diligence that I needed in order to become who I wanted to be. And I'm still working on myself. I'm still on my journey. I'm still trying to become the best version of me. And I know it's not easy. But remember, the journey, it's a journey. We haven't reached our destination, but failure is just not trying. So I want you to write down at least 3 particular goals that you want to accomplish this year, and not New Year's resolutions that you don't follow through, because a goal without a plan is just a wish. And we are not genies. We are not genies. So if you are writing down these 3 particular goals that you want to achieve, on Thursday, when we go through chapter 2, we're going to review what is our action plan in order to accomplish those particular goals. So I am going to ask you to implement this particular tip into your action plan, which is prayer. Prayer for 5 minutes. Read a scripture, and write down your connection to that particular scripture. It doesn't have to be an essay. It doesn't have to be a paragraph. It can be 2 to 3 sentences, how you connect to that particular scripture. So right now I've given you 2 tips. The first tip is positive affirmations, at least 5 positive affirmations to yourself. It takes 5 minutes in the morning. Tip number 2, pray. Give yourself that time alone in solitude to just pray for 5 minutes. Open the Bible, read a scripture, and write your connection to that particular scripture. Powerful, guys. It has really changed my life in the past 2 days. My third takeaway was do things that make you happy. We tend to focus on catering to everyone and trying to make others happy, and we get upset when they don't say thank you or they don't give us the type of recognition we want, and we neglect ourselves. So I'm here to tell you, do things that make you happy, do things that feed your spirit, exercise, pray, walk out in nature, do activities that help bring out your greatness. Because when you take care of you, you display the best version of you, and others get to enjoy that version of you. I'm currently doing that. So I can share my positive experiences and connection to others. So for tip number 3, I encourage you, my tribe, to complete a daily reflection. Yes, write down just for 5 minutes how you're feeling that particular day and what you want to accomplish. Because when you do this, you're planning ahead and you're able to confront those obstacles that we deal with on a daily basis. You know that. You're able to deal with it with a sound mind, and you're able to deal with it logically. And you're not going to be impulsive with your decision making. And it prevents you from hurting others' feelings unintentionally. And we all have been guilty of that. So, once again, I've given you 3 tips. Positive affirmations for 5 minutes. Pick 5 positive affirmations that you need to remind yourself of. Number 2, take 5 minutes to pray. Open that Bible, read a scripture, and write your connection. Tip number 3, write down a daily reflection of how you are feeling and how you are going to conquer that day successfully. In conclusion, my lovely, beautiful people, life is about choices, challenges, and change. You, me, we have to choose to be happy, grateful, and fulfilled. The beauty of life is that we get the opportunity to press reset. We get another chance tomorrow to be better. Always remember that life is a journey. We have not reached our destination. No, we have not. Whatever you are going through, hardships, divorce, distance from a loved one, feeling like an outlier, feeling that you're not good enough, I am telling you that that void, that feeling of despair, that feeling of loneliness is temporary. You are destined for greatness. I know this because you are the child of the Almighty. And whenever you're feeling insecure, I want you to straighten your crown. Straighten your crown. Life is not meant to be stressful at all times. Remember that. That's why those 3 particular tips are there to release that stress that you may feel. I am implementing those tips. I ask you, I encourage you to please do so as well. Never forget that this is your life, your life. And as Rachel Hollis, the author of Girl Wash Your Face, stated, and I quote, "It is not about where you are, but who you are. Be your own hero." I thank you for watching. Please do not forget to press like, provide a thoughtful comment, and subscribe. See you next Thursday. Love you. And remember, be kind to yourself and to others. Talk to you soon. Bye. Mwah.